Welcome to my channel. This is part 2 of the story of modern India and Pakistan. If you haven't watched part 1, please go back and watch it. In the last video, we ended in 1757 with the British East India Company's victory at the Battle of Plassey. The battle marked the beginning of British colonial rule in India. By the end of the 18th century, after the Battle of Buxar in 1764, the British had full control over Bengal. Gradually, they expanded their power to Punjab, Maharashtra, Madras, and the entire Indian subcontinent. During this time, the British exploited India's resources and people. Their policies destroyed India's self-sufficient economy. Famous textile industries like Bengal's muslin collapsed. Farmers were exploited with heavy land taxes while British goods flooded Indian markets. On the other hand, Western education was introduced through the famous Macaulay's Minute of 1835. Railways, postal systems, courts, and new laws were set up. However, most of these reforms served British interests. The first large-scale rebellion against the British was the Sepoy Revolt, or the First War of Independence in 1857. Although it failed, it sparked the growth of Indian nationalism. The revolt also marked the end of the East India Company's rule. In 1858, Queen Victoria declared that the British government would take direct control over India. Until then, the subcontinent was known as the British Raj or British India. The company's territory was divided into 3 presidencies, each ruled by a governor-general. The capital was in Calcutta. The viceroy was the governor-general's executive authority. The Viceroy's council consisted of members of the British aristocracy and senior civil servants who were appointed by the Crown. They held considerable power and were responsible for policy making in areas such as defense, justice, and finance. Meanwhile, the Indian National Congress was founded in 1885. At first, the Congress's goal was to achieve greater self-rule or autonomy for Indians within the British Empire. However, by the 20th century, the Indian movement for independence was intensifying. The Muslim League was formed in 1906 to protect the political interests of the Muslims. In 1905, Lord Curzon, Viceroy of India, announced the partition of Bengal. The province would be divided into eastern and western zones along religious lines. The move was aimed at weakening the Congress, which was mainly composed of Hindu members. It sparked massive protests throughout the subcontinent. Although the partition was annulled in 1911, the divide between Hindus and Muslims deepened. In the meantime, Mahatma Gandhi emerged as the leader of the Indian independence movement. He led several mass non-violent struggles against the British, including the non-cooperation movement, the Salt March, and the Quit India movement. Meanwhile, Muhammad Ali Jinnah, the leader of the Muslim League, began demanding a separate homeland for Indian Muslims. Finally, on August 15, 1947, India gained independence. Unfortunately, the subcontinent was divided along religious lines. Two separate states were formed, India and Pakistan, consisting of East Pakistan and West Pakistan. East Pakistan later became the independent country of Bangladesh in 1971. That's all for today. See you next time.